Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we'll write a Python program to print this number pattern. Shape of this pattern is square and the number we want to print is, in the first row we want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and in the next row we want to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and after that we want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and after that we want to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And after that we want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to print number like this when number of row is 5. So in this pattern, number of row and number of column is 5. We want to print number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the even row and we want to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the odd row, right? Here we can see in the 0th row we want to print number like this. In the second row, we want to print number like this. In the fourth row, we want to print number like this. In the first row and third row, we want to print number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To print these numbers, what we need to do? We need to print column plus 1. That is here column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to print these number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we want to print column plus 1. To get these numbers and to print these numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what we need to do is we need to minus column number from the number of row or number of column. Okay, 5, that is the number of row or column in this pattern. So 5 minus 0, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 5 minus 3, 5 minus 4. So we'll get these numbers. Okay, so we need to write separate formula for odd row number and even row number. So this is about the pattern. Next, let's write the program. In the Python file, the first step in number pattern program is we need to take the input from the user. For that, we'll use a variable. Then I'll use input function. Because the shape of our pattern is square shape, you can ask the user to mention number of row or number of column. Here I'll ask number of row and here I'm using Python 3 and because number of row is an integer value, we need to convert our input to integer. Alright, we are done with the first step. The next step in pattern program is we need to use nested for loop. The first for loop is for row. Here row is a variable which represents the row number. And in the range function, I need to mention how many row we want in our output. We want num rows. Next, inside this, we need to take the for loop for column. Here, call is the variable name which represent the column numbers. And in the range function, I need to mention how many columns we want in our output. Next, inside this for loop, we need to use print function to print numbers. But in today's pattern, we want to print different numbers in different rows. That is, in odd row, we want to print different number. In the even rows, we want to print different number. For that, we need to include a condition here. So before printing the number, we need to include that condition. That is, I'll check whether row is even. If I do raw modulus 2, if I get the remainder as 0, that is a even number, right? 5 modulus 2 is not 0, it is 1. 4 modulus 2, it is 0. 2 modulus 2, it is 0. 0 modulus 2, it is 0. When we do even number modulus 2, we'll get 0. That's why I'm using this condition to check whether row is even row. In the even row, what we need to do? We want to print column plus 1. Right? So next use end parameter to print space between the numbers. And here else. If row is not an even row, then it is an odd row, odd number row. Then in that condition we want to print num minus column number. Right? And use end as space. Then here let's use print function to print different rows in different lines. Alright, so this is about our program. Okay, if you have any doubt why we are using nested for loop, why we are using print function, why we are using end like this, then you must watch my previous tutorials. I'll give you the link of those videos in the description box. Alright, now let's save this file and execute this. Number of row, let's enter 5, and here we can see our output. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5. If I take another example, so let's take 8, and here you can see the output. Alright, so now what we did here, first we asked the user to enter number of row, then we used nested for loop to print numbers in different row and column. Here in our pattern we want to print different numbers in odd number row and even number row. For that we'll first check whether row is a odd row or even row, odd number row or even number row. If it is even number row, then we need to print column plus 1 as the number. If it is odd row, we need to print num minus column as the number, right? Here col represent the column number. Alright, so this is about this pattern. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in next class. Till then, take care.